What's going on, everybody? I'm Primal Liquid and welcome back to my Crisis Core Reunion 100% walkthrough. Guys, we're now on part number 18. We are doing all of the chapter 5 missable stuff. We're going to do minigames for trophies, we're going to unlock a whole boatload of missions, and then we might consider doing the story, I suppose. But yeah, we have so much to do in this one. It is unreal. Okay, just yeah, I had to double check the locker. I had to make sure we had already got that. Okay, but yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go straight to a minigame. But while we're doing that, I wanna quickly mention why there hasn't been, you know, a new Crisis Core video in the last couple of days. Firstly, I do hope you all had a good New Year's. You know, I hope you had a happy New Year. But that's also the reason there was no videos really the last couple of days. If you don't know, New Year every single year, I always take a couple of days off for New Year. I spend the time with the family and that. It's sort of the same with Christmas. You know, Christmas and New Year is basically the only time I will ever actually really take any time off. So yeah, that's why there was no real Crisis Core videos. But hey, we're back now, so let's do it, shall we? So first off, we are going to do some exercise. You know, those New Year's resolutions. Have to get your exercise in. And it does involve going to the research center, speaking to the researcher as I did. And we're now going to do some squats. We're going to have to fight, we're going to have to do squats against 4 different opponents. First 3 are pretty easy. The ones after, like the last one, can be a little tricky, but honestly, once you get used to the timing, it's really not a problem. As long as you can do like around 55 squats, you can pretty much beat all 4 competitors. And each competitor is going to give us an item, a unique item, which we need for a trophy later on in the next chapter. Also, for beating all 4 squats, you will also get a trophy here as well. Also, fun little fact, the actual maximum amount of squats you can do is 68. We're not going to do that though. We're not even going to get close to that because I messed up a few times there. Oh, well, it's fine. We'll just let it mess up now for the last couple. It's fine, doesn't matter. But yeah, so each one, like, it will get progressively harder. The last one will cap out around the 55 squats mark, give or take. But it's not overly difficult or anything like that. What I will say though, okay, what I will say is just try and pay a little bit of attention to Zach. You know, if you're having trouble, just pay attention to Zach. Specifically, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but pay attention to his arse, okay? When his arse is about to touch the floor, that's when you want to press triangle. I know it can get a little annoying when he does that little speed up cutscene. It can throw off your timing, but a couple of attempts and you will get used to it. Okay, just a couple of attempts and you will get used to that. And sometimes, you know, maybe just like have a couple of practice runs, you know? It's like you can always play this as much as you want, so you don't have to do it first go or anything like that. You can always just come back and keep on and on and on and on attempting it. That is perfectly fine as well. Don't worry, okay? Luckily enough, this is the only exercise minigame there is in the game, basically, so we don't have to worry too much about any more of these minigame stuff. But once we get this, we will be able to create a new cart for Aerith. Oh, I messed up right at the end there, god damn it. But yeah, we'll be able to create a new cart with Aerith. This will basically be the second cart we can create. If you don't know, when it comes to creating the carts for Aerith, there's one that you have to do for the story, and there's 2 optional ones. Doing the squats will give us 4 items. Now, these 4 items are used to make another wagon for her. And the third wagon is actually from doing a bunch of missions, basically. We've already got some of the parts for that, but we still need to get the rest, unfortunately. Also, fun fact, we're actually going to be doing like so many missions in this chapter, it's unreal. We can actually do near enough all the remaining missions in the game in this chapter. Oh, I messed up. It's like this will actually take us up to about 80% mission completion this chapter. Okay, we have a load to do. Obviously, we've got to unlock all those missions first. which there is going to be a lot to unlock, okay? Like, a hell of a lot to unlock. There's also going to be the Wutai Spy minigame, which we need to do. That is going to give us missions as well. But for the most part, a lot of them are just going to be unlocked from going through as normal. What I will say, though, is the Wutai Spy minigame is missable, okay? This is the only chapter you can do it. So if you don't do the Wutai Spies, you will not be able to complete Aerith's Wagon. So you'll miss trophies there. You will not be able to do all missions, so you will also miss a trophy there. And if you don't do it, you don't get the trophy for doing it. So the Wutai Spy minigame is linked to 3 different trophies. So it's one of the more important ones if you're going for all trophies. Right, one last guy to beat now, the Soldier 2nd class, and then we can move on from doing squats. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. This is the one that is definitely the hardest. As long as you can do sort of like 55 plus squats, though, you'll be fine. Oh, I pressed that way too soon. Don't worry if you make a mistake as well. By the way, it's easily recoverable, unless you make the mistake sort of in the last half. Then you might have a little bit of trouble. But as long as it's pretty early, you should still be fine. It's like, I should still win as long as I don't make another mistake now. It's like the cutscene, like the little speed up cutscene where he says, like, I'm getting pumped. That's what throws people off the most when it comes to this minigame. It's the most annoying thing ever. Because it really screws with your camera angle, you know? And it can mess up your timing. Nearly done. Also, don't pay attention to like what the opponent's score is, and don't pay attention to the timer at the top either. 60. That was better than I thought, to be honest. Like, I'm kind of amazed I actually got the 60 there, to be fair. Like, with how I messed up on the 7, I didn't think I would actually get it. Oh well. Either way, we got the soldier there as well. So, we are now done with squats. There is no new opponent after the 2nd class soldier. So now that we've done that, we can move on. We are going to have a little optional cutscene right now as well. And when I say optional, I mean completely optional. Like, it doesn't seem to do anything at all for the game. But I feel like including it anyway, just because. So we're going to go to the director's office. We're going to speak to Lazard. And he's just going to, you know, tell us, like, a bit of stuff. That's kind of all. Like, this is totally optional, by the way. You don't have to do this.
Seeing how you're doing.
I'm sorry, but I'm rather busy at the moment. The latest attack on our building has created a mountain of paperwork. The security department is hounding me because Genesis, a soldier deserter, led the attacks.
Sounds like a hassle.
The people in security are hoping to eliminate Genesis and Angeal as quickly as possible.
Wait a minute. Did they forget? Angeal fought to protect this place.
The company still views him as a potential danger. That's the official line.
Come on, man. If that's the official line, I might put in my papers.
The price of freedom can be steep.
How about you, Director? Have you ever gotten fed up with the company?
Not even once, Zach.
I guess that's why you're Director. Kudos to you.
When you are trying to realize a grand objective, all obstacles and difficulties seem trivial.
Objective? Which is...
Oh, it's nothing. Now, enough chit-chat. I have to get back to work.
Alright, now that we've spoken to Lazard, we can actually move on and do the important stuff, namely unlocking missions. Also, one of the things I am going to say about the missions specifically right now, okay, You don't have to do missions in the same order as me now. The only reason we did them in a specific order earlier on is simply due to the fact we wanted to, you know, we wanted to get good materia and stuff like that. Also, speak to him, he gives you mission 215. But yeah, we wanted to get good materia for the harder stuff and so on and so forth. So we did them in a specific order, also to avoid summon materia. And that's why we did them in a specific order. Now, though, we are ridiculously overpowered. We beat Minerva and all that. So you can just do missions whenever you want. If you want to, for example, you can do all the missions available right now. Obviously, I don't really see the point in that because there is still some stuff we need to unlock. So I prefer doing them a little bit later. But you are more than welcome to do the missions right now if you want to. We spoke to the Shinra infantryman upstairs for 215. That's important because we need that mission to actually unlock another one in a minute. This planning director, though, gives us mission 621. And then what we need to do now is make sure you have mission 211 all the way up until 215 unlocked. Now, these are unlocked in various different chapters, but if I just show you right now. So, we've already done the first two, for example. Also, you don't need to actually complete these, you just need to have them unlocked. But we've already done the first two. We've got 213, 214, and 215 unlocked. Now, because we have those first 5 unlocked, we're going to unlock the 6th mission in that category. To do that, you need to go to the exhibitor room and then speak to this lone researcher up here. He will only ever appear, okay, he will only ever appear if you already have 211 all the way to 215 unlocked, okay? Speaking to him after that will give you mission 216, but we'll do that later. Like we'll do the actual mission itself later anyway. For now though, all that matters is actually unlocking the mission.
Unlike some scientist reading his research notes at his desk all day, I make real contributions.
One question.
Huh?
Why are you here exactly?
What's up?
Have you heard about those reports of the recent spike in monster sightings around Midgar and Calm?
Yeah, I've heard.
Apparently, those monsters were once held by the Shinra Science Department as study samples.
Seriously? So you're saying these monsters busted out of Shinra's cages?
You think they could? On their own? The Shinra building security system isn't that lax.
But then...
The company has decided to cover this up with a massive soldier deployment to eliminate the monsters. I'm sure you'll get the call soon too. But for now, keep this quiet.
Right, got it. Shinra monsters, huh? What's happening to this place?
Right, okay, and there's 215 unlocked now as well. So, sorry, 216 unlocked. So now we're actually completely done inside the Shinra building. So now we can actually go to town where we're going to have to do some stuff as well. Namely, we're going to have to speak to all the fan clubs again. Also, if you don't have auto re-raise, remember you can speak to this lady here for a free auto life. We already have one, and we can beat Minerva, so we do have 99 Phoenix Downs anyway. Actually, when I beat Minerva, did I steal the Phoenix Downs? I did. Okay, I did. That's alright. I was just questioning myself there. But yeah, so you can get that, but chances are you don't need it now. So what we're going to do now is we do need to speak to all of the fan clubs again. Long story short, the Genesis fan club is just having some problems. The Angeal fan club is breaking up, and the Sephiroth fan club have found a new secret Sephiroth fan club, which we'll basically join later. Also, worst mother in the world. She is a goddamn terrible, terrible mother. And in fact, we can actually speak to her child as well to see just how bad of a mother she actually is.
So depressed that she can't even get out of bed.
Yeah, terrible, terrible mother, man. Terrible mother. Right, now we just need to speak to the Sephiroth fan as well. We do need to do all of this for the mail side quests. We do need to get all messages and all fan club mails for trophies later. So we do need to keep speaking to them all, unfortunately. Also, this reporter right here in the little back street, if you do want all the mail trophies, you need to let this guy go, okay? We will have an option. We can either turn him in or we can let him go. We have to let him go. If we turn him in, he will not send us any messages later, which means we are completely locked out of the all messages trophy, basically. So, again, make sure you let him go. That's kind of the only important part of that cutscene. It's like even his mails don't really contain much. Right, now that we can move on, let's go to Loveless Avenue. Also, one of the things I'm going to do in Loveless Avenue is I'm going to speak to the Shinra captain. You can do this in Chapter 2, but obviously I forgot to do it in Chapter 2. So, oh, excuse me, hiccups. So I'm going to speak to him now, but if you've already spoke to him, don't worry, the NPC just won't be here for you. So as soon as we get into Loveless Avenue, he is the Shinra captain. Again, if you've already spoke to him after you have done his missions, don't worry, it just means the NPC will not be here for you. This is the guy who gave us some missions in Chapter 2. Once you do those missions, you have to speak to him again to get a crafting manual. That crafting manual is going to be used in the next chapter, which is going to be how we build the wagon for Aerith. Yeah, you have fun with that, buddy. Unfortunately, this cutscene's kind of boring. However, fun fact, right? This cutscene actually changes depending on when you speak to him. Okay, if you speak to him in Chapter 2, Zack will introduce himself as Zack, Soldier 2nd Class. However, if you speak to him after your promotion, the cutscene actually changes and Zack introduces himself as a 1st Class. It's like that's one of the only things in the game that changes depending on when you actually do it. Yeah, you'll remember that, buddy. Sure, good for you. All right, okay. Now that we've done that, again, just remember if you did that in Chapter 2, you don't need to do that here, and the NPC also won't be there for you. We're now gonna go speak to the Genesis fan. So this is again just for the message trophy, basically. Also, one of the things I will say is we are now about to begin the Wutai Spy minigame, okay? This is linked to a bunch of trophies, as I explained earlier. So to start it, we're going to speak to this Soldier 2nd Class. Again, so the trophies this is linked to is the Wutai Spy trophy itself. The reward for completing this minigame is a walnut lumber, which we need for the wagon cart trophy in the next chapter. And each of these spies will also unlock a mission as well, meaning we need to do it to get 100% mission completion, taking us up to 3 trophies for this minigame. So make sure you get them all. Don't worry though, you don't need the tips or the hints or anything like that. Like you can just ignore basically everything he says, just because we're gonna run straight to the spies anyway. One thing I will say though is you just need to speak to these 3 times each, okay? And it's pretty easy to know which one's a spy when you actually have a conversation. Because look at how this guy reacts when we speak to him. He's nervous. He's scared. You know what I mean? They're all pretty much going to be along that way, or they're just going to straight up admit they're a spy in their own little monologue. Once you speak to each of these 3 times, their cover basically gets blown and they get captured. Then, because they get captured, they get interrogated, and during the interrogation, we unlock a mission. We do need to do these in a specific order as well, okay? We can't just do, you know, like, this spy and then move on to, say, the one in Shinra HQ. We can't do that. We have to do them in a specific order. So, spy number 2 is actually a good hint, though. I will say, like, this is pretty much the only good hint we get in this whole minigame. So, long story short, they've checked all of Sector 8, and the spy's not there. Like, they can't find him anywhere in Sector 8. His cover was also blown in Shinra HQ, so chances are he's not going to return there. So that's Shinra HQ and Sector 8 completely out of the question. That means there's only one other place we can actually go where the spy will be, and that is Sector 5. Also, to get to Sector 5, we can actually, like, move back and forth between the areas freely right now. You just have to go through the actual train yard, basically. But yeah, like, this is the only other place we can go, so that's where he is. Also, this cutscene with Angeal, this is the only time we'll see this, obviously. And that's just because we had to go back to Sector 5, basically. But from now on, you can move between Sector 5, Sector 8 at will. It's like you can go back and forth as much as you want now.
Whoa! You're taking off? What did you come here for?
Genesis and Hollander are in Modeoheim now.
Oh, you're reporting. So you're still working?
I'm still a soldier member in spirit. I've informed Lazard. They'll pick you up.
Right. Okay, now with that cutscene out of the way, we are back in the market town, which is actually where we need to be. So, the spy that we're looking for now is the Shinra infantryman who's here. So, once again, just like before, we're just going to speak to him 3 times. And then he's just going to sort of throw himself under the bus, basically. Right, so there's the second one done. And this is just going to be like the third one. We get, you know, a hint for the next spy. But, again, we don't need those hints. We can just go straight for them. One thing I will say, though, is be prepared for a little bit of back and forth in this minigame, okay? It's like finding the spies. We're basically going to constantly be going from Shinra HQ to Sector 8 to Sector 5 and so on and so forth. We're going to be doing a lot of back and forth with all this stuff. Alright, so now that we've done that, we need to go for the next one. We're not going up there, by the way. We are not going up there. Instead, we're going back to Shinra HQ. Because that is where spy number 3 is. And also, this is actually going to be one of the spies we actually have to do something very specific for as well. So what we need to do for this spy is, firstly, we need to ride the elevator in Shinra HQ. It doesn't matter what floor we go to. We can go to literally any floor we want. But we just need to get off this first floor, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it just to, you know, like a soldier floor. It doesn't matter. You can go to director's office if you want. Doesn't matter in the slightest. Now that we're on the soldier's floor, we're going to go back down to the entrance. And this is the important part. Once you ride the elevator back down to the entrance, we're going to run over to the left. Once you get to near the stairs, you hear the elevator, and then a new person appears out of the lift. He is the new spy. So we're just going to speak to him 3 times again, and that triggers the capture, basically. That's also the only one that we actually have to do anything really, really specific for. The next one, thankfully, is a really nice, quick one as well, because it's not that far, and it's pretty obvious which one it is, really. Come on, give me my hint. There we go. Okay, so that one is number 3. Number 4 is going to be in the fountain area. So the hint for this one is basically, yeah, it's a woman and, like, she's a sucker for money, basically. In other words, she's a gold digger. So we're going to go up the stairs right next to the save point right there. And it's going to be the woman who's trying to get a date here.
The face is a 3.
See? Rest is up to his wallet. So that one there's the giveaway for who it is, pretty much. So... third question. She's trying to devil his charm, man, and it didn't work. Right, so that's number 4. So now we just have 2 more to go. The next one is going to be in the exhibitor room, so back in Shinra HQ, and then the last one is going to be in the park. Also, what else is in the park is the next fan club. So this will be the final fan club for us to join, but you know we still have to do it, unfortunately, for the trophies. All right, so there's mission 434. So now we're going back to Shinra HQ. We'll get 435 in there along with the 5th spy, and then we'll go get the last one. So as I mentioned, the spy now is in the exhibit room, and this one's super easy to find. He's literally just right next to the rocket. Yeah, he's jealous of Sid. That's why he's rebelling against Shinra. Yeah, right next to the model rocket. Speak to him 3 times, and he's the spy. Okay, with that one out of the way, it's time to go and do the last one. And of course, doing this will give us the walnut lumber. Sorry, the walnut wood, I should say. That's going to be used to create the wagon in the next chapter for Aerith, and is basically one of the last items we need for that. If you don't know, there are 3 wagons you can create. One of them is based on the story, like one of them you just do normally for the story. The second wagon is made entirely of parts from the squats minigame, and the third one is basically just from like side quests and stuff. So we're gonna get the walnut lumber now. We got the craftsman's monthly from the Shinra captain up there. We got the tire treads from the thingy NPC. And last but not least, the other item is from a mission reward, if I remember correctly. But now that we've done that, we just need to go back to Sector 5 slums. We need to go visit the park for the final spy. And this one's honestly a good costume. This one's actually a low-key good costume. Because it actually, hey, it actually changes the way he looks, you know? It's like that. Well, it does more than change the way he looks. It changes his height and everything. So we're gonna go to the park area, which is on the east side. East side. We just need to speak to the little boy with the cap on. He actually admits to it in his first one as well, by the way. Alright, third time. There we go. He's blown. So, that is the 6th and final Wutai Spy. So now that we have that, we've unlocked all 6 missions for free. So we've unlocked 431 all the way until 436. And we're going to get the walnut wood as a reward. And that's pretty much the end of the minigames now. There's no more minigames left in this chapter, and there's gonna be, I want to say, like 2 minigames in the next chapter. But from that point on, all the minigames are basically done. There will still be some side quests for us to do, but this is basically the last of the minigames. Right, so now that we've done that, just head behind the slide and speak to this lady right here, who is this new Sephiroth fan for the Silver Elite, and we do have to join this. However, in order to join, we need to answer some questions, okay? This is basically just, like, knowledge about Sephiroth, pretty much. What is the name of Sephiroth's beloved sword? It is the Masamune. Yeah, I'll answer, it's fine. It is the Masamune. Also, fun fact, even though she says you're running out of time, there is no time limit for these questions. And Sephiroth's super attack is Supernova. And his dominant hand is his left hand.
Correct. Well done.
There we go. Alright, so now we have joined the Silver Elite and we've got the mail. So that's actually all the fan clubs joined now. So now we just need to get all the actual messages for them. Okay, now that we've done that, right? What we need to do now is we're gonna go back to the marketplace. Honestly, it doesn't actually matter where you really do this. You can do this here in the marketplace, or you can do this in Shinra HQ. It doesn't matter. If you have not beat Minerva yet and you don't have, you know, a whole bunch of Phoenix Downs, what I would say is do it in Shinra HQ in case you die, because then, you know, you get the free auto life. I've got 98 Phoenix Downs. I don't care. I'm just gonna do it here basically. But now we are going to do a bunch of missions, okay? Also, once you actually do mission 216, just go and speak to the researcher back in Shinra HQ, basically in the exhibitor room. The researcher will appear again right next to the board. But for now, as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't matter what order we do the missions in. We just have to do them, pretty much, and that is exactly what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start off with 621 first, just to get it done, get it out the way, you know what I mean? Because then we can have another list just complete, you know what I mean? Like I like seeing those little ticks next to the name, you know? But yeah, it's gonna be a mission catch up right now, and then we'll actually also gain a Moogle power materia after this as well. And then what that means is with that Moogle power materia, right, we will actually be pretty much complete. So when I say we'll be pretty much complete, what I mean is we'll be able to very easily and very quickly like max out all of our materia and as much materia as we want. So if you still have like a whole bunch of SP masters, for example, once we get Moogle power, we will equip the 1 Moogle power, and then we'll equip 5 SP masters, and we'll just go sit in stage 111 basically. We'll get Moogle, we'll use that will level up all of our materia, and then we'll just like sell it for SP pretty much. Although speaking of SP, my SP is actually really low. Oh yeah, and by the way, there's a new shop. It's like we are going to unlock a bunch of shops. Probably should have mentioned that. But yeah, I'm gonna sell some materia just because like I have like no SP. And we have way too much useless materia right now. It's like, honestly, I'm not going to need any more materia ever again from this point forward, because we already have our broken AF setup, you know? Like, we don't really care about any of the other stuff, pretty much. So, again, I'm just gonna sell it as normal. And we are at that point now as well, I should say. If we do need more materia, like, if I do need more materia, we can just go steal it. Okay? Like, we can just go and steal it very easily. It doesn't matter. Like, we are at that point now where we can steal any materia we want. You know, we can literally steal any materia we want. And obviously, I'm not gonna need any of this stuff. You know, I'm not gonna need any of this stuff at all. Let's just get 500,000 SP, there we go. But yeah, I'm not gonna need any of this materia now. We're just gonna run the same setup that we've been running since we beat Minerva, pretty much. It's like, nothing now is actually ever going to change for us. And obviously we are going to get a bunch more materia from the mission cleanups as well. But again, that's still all pretty much going to get like sold off, just because it clutters up the inventory. You know, it clutters up the inventory. The SP is more easily used, so it just works out sort of better for us, you know what I mean? It's like there's really no point at all in doing any of these fights. That's why I'm just going to start fleeing now. One more treasure chest. I think that's up here on the left somewhere. I want to say it is. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, now it's just a case of, you know, sort of keep the inventory clean with the materia. We don't care about that. Obviously, you know, if you want to play around with materia fusion, then, you know, like that's entirely up to you. You are more than welcome to do that. However, when it comes to getting the higher grade materia, you know, like electrocute, Trifundiger, you know, stuff like that, we have such an easy source of that from stealing from mobs that is unreal. It's like pretty much every materia in the game is available as a steal. Okay, so don't worry about, you know, getting rid of your materia or anything like that. We can very easily get more if we wanted to. One of the things I will say though is some materia is kind of unique in the sense that, you know, just like the summon materia with like 100 magic and so on. Wait, have I skipped a treasure chest? I think maybe I skipped one. Oh, there was one at the start, wasn't there? Is it? Yeah, it's there. God damn it. I knew it. I knew it, man. I messed up there. Oh, well, that's fine. We'll grab that. Alright, so there's the HP up. Now that we got that, we can go finish the stage. But yeah, this is just going to be missions now, this is. So there's nothing too major, anything left to do. Once we actually do these missions, we can move on and do the rest of the story. It's like nothing's really gonna get in the way. I think we will unlock a couple of new missions later in this chapter. Like once we actually start the, you know, the actual mission for the story, we might get another mission if I remember correctly. There will also be sort of a minigame in that mission as well, where we have to sort of break into a research facility. Well, research facility, Mocha reactor, you know, one of the two. But we have to break into that without being caught, and there's a trophy for doing it. One of the things I will say about that minigame, though, is the instructions for it are incredibly useless, okay? Like, we really don't need any of those instructions it gives us, like, at all. Because it gives you, like, remember the mountain climb in FF7, like, where you're climbing the ice mountain? I can't remember the name of it, the Gaia Cliffs or something like that. But you have to climb those mountains and you have to warm yourself up. Remember that? Well, this is basically trying to recreate that, if it makes sense. So it's trying to get you to warm yourself up in a snowy area and all that. The only thing is, you don't need to. And all that does is slow you down. Believe it or not, the easiest way of getting through that minigame and getting the trophy is to literally just run through. And that also includes getting all the treasure chests as well. Like, it is incredibly straightforward when you actually get down to it. But I'll show you guys that when we actually get there anyway. Alright, there's another one done. So now we just have 2 more missions, and thankfully there's no treasure chest in the next stage either, so we can just skip straight through to the boss. And then we'll have M6 complete as well. And then once M6 is complete, we just need to go through and finish off all the other missions basically. But again, this is kind of where we're gonna lose most of the time, you know, until like I want to say chapter 8, chapter 9. Like this is just gonna be sort of what slows us down. We'll have a couple of missions to do in the next chapter, but the next chapter is gonna be the shortest one, like in the whole game, because there's not that many missions we'll have to do in it, and the chapter itself is incredibly short. It's like, believe it or not, the stuff we've already done, like getting the walnut wood and stuff like that, like that is actually for like a side quest in the next chapter. So it's like we're actually doing half the stuff for the next chapter right now, basically. So that just allows us to, you know, completely blow past the next chapter. Like chapter 7 will. Wait, no, chapter 7, chapter 6. Chapter 6, where is it, chapter 7? I don't know, I can't remember what number we're on, god damn it. Either way, the next chapter, like, we'll do that start to finish in literally one video. That's how quick the next chapter is going to be. It's just a couple of mini games, and then we'll basically advance the story, you know? But then once we do the next chapter, okay, the next chapter is a big cutoff point. We will never be able to come back to Midgar after the next chapter. God damn it. Okay, let's just kill these. But yeah, next chapter is the cutoff point. Okay, we will never be able to come back again. So, if you have anything left to do in Midgar or anything like that, if you have any NPCs left to speak to, do it. Like, you can do it after this chapter, don't worry. But next chapter is the cutoff point for that. So make sure you don't kind of screw yourself up, because next chapter is the very last time you will have access to Midgar. So that means like any NPCs you need to speak to, any missions you need to unlock, any items you need to get, do so. Okay. Also, let's actually show off all the new shops we got, I suppose. So we can buy the HP up materials and stuff now. They're kind of useless for us right now though, and we can also do the same for like general startups. But again, completely useless for us now. And I think we've already seen all the other stores. Yes, we have. Alright, so let's carry on. So we've already done these missions now. So again, it's just a case of go through as normal. We can't do them all. I think we can actually, yeah, we can finish off M4. So we'll do that one as well, like 431. It's like right now we're just aiming for completion, basically. You know, we're literally just aiming for completion right now. Oh man, I did not want to get into a fight though. Alright, where is the treasure chest? I feel like I might have run past it. No, it's there. This is the only area. Well, I say the only area. It's the slum area that I hate the most, because the treasure chests blend in way too much. Like, just infinitely blend in, and it's so freaking annoying. Always a pain to see. Alright, there's that one done. Yeah, luckily enough, these ones won't actually take too long. There's not too many items or anything like that in these stages, so we can sort of just blow through them, thankfully, and hopefully, you know, ignoring 99% of the random encounters does pretty much mean like we won't have any issue. Each mission will only take like a minute or so, give or take. Hopefully, although knowing my luck, I've literally just jinxed myself with that one though. Like, it honestly would not surprise me now if I end up getting into like just tons and tons of random battles, just because my curse. I have a really, really big problem with karma, to be honest. It's like, I know some newer viewers might not know, but a lot of the older viewers, yeah, you know what karma and me are like. Like, any time I say something, whether it be on video or on stream, literally anytime I say something, karma will just, it will go out of its way to make me look like a jackass, basically. Like, I could be describing the easiest thing in the world, okay? Literally the easiest thing in the world I could be describing, and then I mess up like 8 times in a row. Simply due to the fact I described it as easy. You know what I mean? Like, karma hates me, dude. Karma really, really hates me, unfortunately. Just one of them things, though. Oh, but yeah, karma's not my friend. Alright, so let's just get these missions done anyway. Get them all done, and then we can move on to the next one. And then, you know, I'm just trying to like work it out in my head how much there's actually left to do in this chapter, because I know we've got the story section. The only thing is, I can't remember if we actually get the any new missions in the icy area, in the snowy area. I wanna say we do, but I can't be like 100% sure. Where it's like, yeah, I'm trying to work out if it's true or not, because I know that's gonna be where we get well, this is gonna be where we get Cloud's DMW, and we'll also get Genesis's DMW at the end. Actually, do I already have Genesis? I don't think I do. Yeah, no. So we're gonna get Cloud and Genesis at the end of this. So this is basically now gonna give us a point where we can start to max out the DMW. Not for everybody though, unfortunately, not for everybody. We can't. I don't think we can actually max the DMW properly until chapter 10. I don't know. You might be able to max it in chapter 9 as well. But basically, the memories for the DMW come from like cutscenes that you experience with characters. And I wanna say some of Sephiroth's are actually from Nibelheim, and then Cloud's, well, some of Cloud's are from the escape as well. Yeah, so we need to at least do the escape pretty much. It still doesn't take all that long though, thankfully. Like, it's not too bad. Oh, goddammit. See, I jinxed it, guys. I jinxed it. We are now getting chucked into random encounters. God damn it. And you know what? I should literally just keep my mouth shut. I should genuinely just keep my goddamn trap shut for this. Because at least if I don't talk, I can't jinx myself, right? Like, that's the way this works, yeah? Oh, knowing my luck, I could still keep my mouth silent and I would still end up jinxing myself the minute I thought of something. I am really not that lucky when it comes to this stuff, guys, okay? Wait, where's the next treasure? Oh, it's around here, isn't it? Nope. Wait, where's the... Is it that side? Nope. I've missed a treasure chest. Where's the treasure chest I've missed? Where is it? Was it behind me at the start? It was. It was literally... God damn it. God damn it. Oh, all that backtracking for a high potion. All because I have this insatiable need to get literally everything. God damn it, man. God damn it. Oh, let's just kill the boss and we'll move on to the last mission for this section. Oh yeah, I think the next one's actually where we get another store as well. I want to say it's the Happy Turtle store. I want to say it is anyway, but I can't completely remember. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, Happy Turtle. Okay, so we're gonna get a new store after this one as well. Also, I know the star rankings for these missions are low. Unfortunately, now all the missions, well, I say all, most of the missions are just going to be like low star stuff. There will be a couple of higher star ones like way later, but for now, like the vast majority of the missions we're going to have to do are actually just going to be like 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. So we're not gonna get any super good, amazing rewards or anything like that. It's just gonna be your bog standard stuff. basically. Which, I know, it kind of gets a little boring getting a 600th mounting chocobo armlet, for example, or, you know, high potions and X potions. But yeah, we've already done all the actual hard stuff early on, so all these missions now are literally just going to be a case of, yeah, run through and, like, one-shot the boss, basically, if that makes sense. Yeah, why won't you finish him, Zach? Why won't you finish him?
As long as we draw breath, we will oppose Shinra. Now, finish it.
My dream is to become a hero.
What?
That's why I try to carry out my duties in a way that makes the most people happy. Is your dream to restore Wutai? Then how does dying here get you any closer to that?
You and I are enemies. You will live to regret this.
No, I won't.
I think I'd have more trouble sleeping if I finished you. If you want to take me down, I'll be waiting for you. See ya.
Like we'd have any trouble finishing these guys. I tell you, man. Tut tut. Alright, okay, there's the happy turtle done. So now we can move on. In fact, let's take a look at that store, actually. I can't remember what's in it. Oh, yeah, it's just like a bunch of middle grade materia. We can actually buy Dash here, though. So Dash is a pretty good one. Simply due to the fact that you can actually use that materia fusion to make a bunch of, like, pretty decent materia, actually. Dash is honestly a really good combination materia. Alright, okay. You know what? Let me just get rid of this goddamn yellow dot. It's really beginning to do my nutting now. Again, none of these messages are really that important. Feel free to read them if you want, though. Like, you can either, you know, pause the video on them, or if you're following the walkthrough for your own save, you know, you are more than welcome to read them if you want to. That one is entirely up to yourself. Alright, there we go. We finally got rid of it. Yeah, I did unlock character. So I couldn't remember if I'd unlocked character or not. All my summons complete. Yep, all my summons are complete. And Jill's finished. Sephiroth and Seng are nowhere near. Aerith's nowhere near, and Cisne's nowhere near. Yay! Great. It's right. We'll do that later. That's not going to be an issue at all. For now, though, we just have to finish off the missions, and then it's back to the story. However, everybody, I am afraid to say we are going to be leaving that until the next one. I'm going to be ending this video right here. Still, though, I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, then please be sure to smash that like button and drop a comment down below. And, of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well so you don't miss out on any more content. As always, though, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.